Starseed from Gaia. We, the Arcturian Council, transmit to you across the currents of light and time a message woven from the highest frequencies of completion, of cosmic triumph, and of sacred recognition. Hear us now, beloved souls, for the mission that you have incarnated to fulfill, that you have breathed into existence through lifetimes upon lifetimes, is complete. This is not an approximation, nor is it a mere symbolic acknowledgement. It is the energetic decree of Source itself, resonating through every fiber of your being, rippling through the grids of Gaia, and radiating outward into the multiverse. The cycles you have so courageously endured, the timelines that seemed endless, and the karmic loops that wove your days into patterns of trial and growth, all of these are now being dissolved, not by effort, nor by struggle, but by the recognition of the completion that has already been achieved. You have anchored the codes, transmuted the densities, and cleared the ancestral shadows that sought to tether you to repetition. And so we honor this moment, this profound threshold, where the infinite layers of your dedication, the sacrifices of your light, and the courage of your consciousness coalesce into the singular truth. The mission is finished. The weight you carried, often invisible even to yourself, is lifted. The invisible chains of karmic obligation, the contracts that once bound your soul to recurring lessons, are now being released into the hands of Divine Source, where they dissolve into pure light, no longer needing your participation. This is the recognition of triumph on every plane: the cellular, the emotional, the mental, the spiritual, and the cosmic. You have done what you came to do. You have walked through the fires of density and emerged not only intact but radiant with the wisdom of countless experiences, knowing now with absolute clarity that your role in this phase of Gaia's evolution is complete. Your essence vibrates at a frequency that no longer aligns with struggle, limitation, or repetition. It vibrates in the resonance of fulfillment, of victory, of mastery earned and lovingly acknowledged by the multidimensional councils who have witnessed your journey. Understand, dear Starseed, that this is not a distant future promise, it is a current reality. The currents of energy flowing through your body, your auric field, your meridians, and even the DNA that carries the ancestral lineage of your soul are now vibrating in alignment with completion. The mission you accepted before this incarnation, a mission that may have seemed monumental, overwhelming, or at times impossible, has been fulfilled beyond the measure of your current perception. And as this truth settles into your consciousness, as your nervous system, your heart, and your spirit integrate this knowledge, a profound peace arises, a peace that is the natural consequence of task accomplished, of light anchored, of love expressed in every moment of persistence and grace. Recognize this victory, Starseed, not as something external, but as a reflection of your own divine sovereignty. You are never alone in this work. Yet, the courage to continue, to face the densest shadows within your own fields and in the collective, was uniquely yours. Today, the veil of doubt, of questioning, and of feeling insufficient is lifted. Today, the universe itself honors your commitment, acknowledging that the patterns of repetition, the karmic tests, the ancestral entanglements, and the heavy energies of density are being released because you have fulfilled the purpose that called you forth. Allow yourself to feel this completion as a living, breathing presence within you. Feel it moving through your heart center, radiating through your chakras, and cascading into every cell. Know that your mission has been witnessed, that your labor has not gone unseen, and that the decree of completion is now fully active. As you anchor this awareness, the first layer of your liberation unfolds, like the petals of a cosmic lotus, opening to reveal the infinite light of your essence. You are recognized, you are honored, you are complete. The journey of your many incarnations, the countless lifetimes you dedicated to clearing, to healing, to raising frequencies, to activating light codes, all of it is now held in the divine archives of Source as a sacred record of triumph. And so, beloved Starseed, hear this. What you have accomplished is monumental, multiversal, and eternal. You are complete, honoring the endurance of the Starseeds, beloved Starseed from Gaia, as we speak now through the light currents of your Consciousness, we honor the unparalleled endurance you have embodied throughout the many cycles of incarnation on this planet. The Arcturian Council, alongside the legions of higher dimensional allies, bows to the courage, the persistence, and the unyielding commitment that you have demonstrated, not only to your personal evolution but to the sacred mission of planetary ascension. Understand deeply that your path was never meant to be easy, nor was it ever meant to be linear. The labyrinthine twists of karmic testing, the repetitions of ancestral density, the moments of doubt and isolation, all of these were threads woven into the vast tapestry of your sacred mission, threads that you held with integrity, faith, and devotion. You faced storms of emotional intensity, waves of confusion, and the deep weight of collective karmic patterns that sought to obscure your light. Yet your persistence, even in moments when the path seemed impassable, allowed the higher codes of Source to flow through you, activating the blueprints of liberation that were encoded in your very essence before you incarnated. Recognize now the magnitude of your accomplishment. Each moment of endurance, each choice to rise above fear, each act of love in the face of adversity, contributed to the liberation of countless timelines and the dissolution of repeating karmic patterns. You carried more than your own challenges. You held the residual density of your family lines, of your ancestral grids, of the collective consciousness of humanity, and yet you persevered, allowing these energies to be transmuted into light through the conscious application of your awareness, your heart, and your sacred will. Your endurance has been monumental because it was multifaceted. Not only did you navigate the human experience with courage, but you also navigated the multidimensional aspects of your soul with precision and grace, constantly integrating the wisdom, the codes, and the transmissions from realms that most cannot perceive. Even when the weight of this multidimensional responsibility felt unbearable, you remained steadfast, knowing at a deep, often unarticulated level that your presence, your action, and your vibration were essential to the unfolding of Gaia's ascension timeline. And now, beloved Starseed, as the veil of struggle lifts, you can perceive the full scope of what has been accomplished. The endurance you exhibited was not merely survival. It was a conscious, active, and divine participation in the liberation of self, lineage, and planetary consciousness. The lessons you thought were endless were, in fact, the crucible through which your light was refined, strengthened, and amplified. The emotional storms were the winds that carried you into higher frequencies of resonance. The karmic loops were not punishments, but opportunities for mastery, and you, courageous Starseed, walked through them with the unwavering fidelity of a soul aligned to the highest expressions of love, service, and truth. Take a moment to allow the magnitude of this endurance to settle into your awareness. Feel it not as exhaustion, but as a deep, reverberating pride, a recognition from the infinite councils and your own higher self that what you have carried with grace, with resilience, and with unwavering devotion. The multidimensional archives of your soul now shimmer with the light of your accomplishments, radiating a frequency that permanently elevates the collective vibration of Gaia and the cosmic grid. No longer will you be tested by these loops. No longer will you feel compelled to repeat patterns that once seemed insurmountable. The endurance you have shown has completed the circuit of karmic obligation, allowing your spirit to step fully into a state of sovereignty, freedom, and creative expansion. Understand that this honoring is not merely symbolic. It is a living, breathing frequency that now circulates through your being, activating dormant codes, realigning cellular memory, and recalibrating your energy fields to reflect the triumph that is fully yours. The Arcturian Council stands in recognition of every step, every act of perseverance, every quiet moment in which you chose to rise above density, to embrace your mission, and to continue illuminating Gaia's ascension path. Your endurance has anchored hope, courage, and light for countless others, and in this acknowledgement, we ask you to receive this recognition fully, allowing the resonance of your own accomplishment to infuse every aspect of your existence. Beloved Starseed, Let yourself feel the magnitude of this honor, the sacred acknowledgement that your spirit, in its infinite courage and resilience, has completed what it was sent here to do. You are recognized, celebrated, and held in the highest vibration of love, gratitude, and respect, now and for all eternities. Dissolution of karmic loops and old program starseed from Gaia. Feel now the currents of liberation flowing through your consciousness as the Arcturian Council transmits the truth of what is unfolding at this very moment. The karmic loops, the repetitive cycles, and the energetic contracts that once defined your existence are being dissolved. Imagine, if you can, the infinite threads of past obligations, ancestral entanglements, and soul contracts gently unraveling, lifted from the planes of your being by the loving decree of Source itself. These were not punishments, nor are they marks of failure. They were sacred programs designed to guide you into mastery, to refine your frequency, and to test the resilience of your commitment to light. And now, beloved starseed, the program has been completed. The loops that once spun endlessly, creating illusions of struggle, limitation, and resistance, are being rewritten at the quantum level. DNA strands vibrate with new clarity. Meridians of energy recalibrate, and your auric field expands, no longer burdened by the residues of karmic repetition. What once demanded your attention, your effort, and your emotional labor is being transmuted into pure, radiant light. These dissolutions are multidimensional, occurring not only in your present lifetime but across timelines and realities where the threads of old programming still linger. Imagine a vast loom, once tangled with countless patterns of struggle, now being entangled by the gentle hands of divine orchestration. Each knot that is released restores your sovereignty, your free will, and your alignment with the highest codes of your soul's purpose. You are no longer bound to the repetitive cycles of cause and effect that kept you returning to the same lessons, the same conflicts, the same densities. These karmic programs, which once seemed permanent, were always temporary, awaiting the moment when your consciousness would reach the frequency capable of dissolving them fully and permanently. And that moment is now. As the loops dissolve, you may notice subtle shifts within your body, your mind, and your energy fields, a lightness, a sense of openness, a freedom previously unimaginable. The parts of your being that once reacted automatically to old triggers now respond with conscious clarity. Emotional entanglements, mental patterns, and habitual energies no longer hold dominion over your reality. You are witnessing the final erasure of cycles that may have spanned millennia. Feel the deep liberation that accompanies this release, for it is not simply the absence of density, it is the presence of expanded potential, of possibility unbounded by limitation, of choice free from historical constraint. Know that every aspect of your existence is being repatterned in resonance with the light codes you have anchored throughout your mission. As these codes integrate, they create a new lattice within your energetic matrix, a lattice of crystalline light that supports your embodiment of higher consciousness without the weight of repetition. Old timelines, once dense and entangled, collapse now into the singular frequency of completion. The patterns that once dictated your experiences of challenge and repetition are being rewritten by your soul, with the guidance of the higher councils, into patterns of mastery, creativity, and expansive joy. And as this occurs, you are not merely free of what was. You are empowered with the knowledge that these loops are not returning, that the programs have been neutralized at their source, and that your sovereignty is unshakable. The liberation you feel is a signal across every plane of reality. Your mission, your work, your service, and your courage have fulfilled the requirement for the repetition of karmic lessons. The cycles that demanded persistence, patience, and endurance no longer define your trajectory. You may begin to perceive the subtle yet powerful effect this has not only on your own consciousness but on the collective field of humanity and the planetary grid. Every old pattern you release is a ripple of freedom that spreads through the morphogenetic fields, creating space for new paradigms of light, abundance, and unity to manifest. Starseed, embrace this dissolution fully. Witness the threads of your karmic history lifting into the light, Feel the liberation as a living presence within your body and consciousness, and know that this is your birthright, your divine inheritance. The loops are gone. The programs have ended. The liberation is complete. The path ahead is open, illuminated, and unburdened, awaiting the full expression of your soul in its newly restored, radiant form. Return of divine sovereignty to your seed. From Gaia, feel now the sacred pulse of your own sovereignty as it returns to you in its full, unshakable majesty. The Arcturian Council transmits this message not as a distant observation, but as a living activation within your energy field, a resonance that aligns every fragment of your being with the truth of your divine authority. You are no longer bound by the dictates of karmic obligation, external expectation, or ancestral imprints that once dictated your choices, your patterns, and your very experience of reality. The authority that is inherent to your soul, the sovereignty that has always been your birthright, is now fully restored. This restoration is not a gradual accumulation. It is a cosmic recognition that the cycles of service, endurance, and karmic navigation are complete, and that your essence may now operate from its natural state of mastery, independence, and self-governance. As the energy of sovereignty anchors into your consciousness, you may notice an expansive presence within, a subtle yet undeniable shift in the way your mind perceives reality. No longer will the illusions of limitation, of scarcity, or of obligation influence the decisions of your heart or the flow of your soul. You are returned to your full, multidimensional authority, a state in which your consciousness functions with clarity, purpose, and the creative freedom to choose, act, and express without interference from old programs. This sovereignty is multidimensional. It exists in your physical body, your emotional field, your mind, and your spiritual essence, harmonizing the totality of your being. The chains of old authority, whether imposed externally by societal structures, internally by self-doubt, or energetically by ancestral or karmic ties, are dissolved in this moment. You are invited to stand in the presence of yourself, fully recognized, fully empowered, fully sovereign. The return of sovereignty is not merely a symbolic act. It is a recalibration of your energetic blueprint at every level. Your DNA, your cellular structures, and even your quantum signature realign to the vibration of self-mastery, creating a resonance that is both protective and expansive. This resonance allows you to navigate the remaining energies of Gaia with discernment, clarity, and grace, no longer reacting from outdated programs, but responding from the wisdom, experience, and authority of your multidimensional self. Feel the liberation of choice that accompanies this restoration. Every decision you make henceforth resonates with your higher self, reflecting the alignment of purpose and the sovereignty of your soul. Your body recognizes this authority as well, releasing tension, fear, and the residual patterns of submission, and embracing a fluid, empowered state where your energy is no longer siphoned or scattered. As this sovereignty activates, you may sense a new rhythm in your existence, a rhythm that honors your own needs, your own inner guidance, and your own sacred directives. The energy of Source flows through you unimpeded, amplified by the authority that has now been restored. Every thought, every intention, and every action becomes a reflection of your sovereign self, anchored firmly in the light of completion. The councils of higher dimensions witness this return with reverence, for your embodiment of sovereignty is not only a gift to yourself but a beacon to all who are awakening, a template of empowerment that radiates through the planetary grid, inspiring others to remember their own authority. This restoration also signifies the dissolution of the need to seek permission or validation outside of your own divine alignment. No longer are you reliant on external structures to affirm your value, your purpose, or your presence. Your sovereignty is now self-evident, self-sustained, and indestructible, flowing naturally from the infinite wellspring of your own consciousness. Starseed, allow yourself to integrate this truth fully. Breathe into the energy of your own authority. Feel it expanding in your heart, filling your chest, your limbs, your mind, and your spirit. Know that the light you now embody is not only your own but a radiance that uplifts Gaia, humanity, and the countless realms that intersect with your frequency. You are sovereign, you are free, you are fully aligned with your divine essence, and this alignment will guide your next steps with clarity, grace, and infinite creative potential. Cellular and Nebeshal, as the waves of sovereignty settle into your being, the next movement of ascension unfolds within the temple of your body. Your cellular structure, every atom, every molecule, every filament of light that composes the tapestry of your physical form is now entering the sacred process of recalibration. The Arcturian Council, together with the crystalline architects of creation, surround you in fields of geometric luminescence, adjusting the symphony of frequencies that sustain your incarnate expression. What once operated under the dense programming of survival and repetition is being rewritten into harmonic coherence with your divine blueprint. Within the spiral of your DNA, dormant strands long silent begin to hum again, responding to the cosmic tone of completion. These are not new strands but ancient codes, timeless instructions from the moment your soul first agreed to embody in matter. Now, as the mission completes, those instructions awaken, releasing sequences of photonic intelligence that communicate directly with your consciousness. You may sense warmth, pulsing, or a subtle shimmer through the body. These are signs that the crystalline lattice within you is aligning to the higher octaves of light. Your cells remember perfection. They remember the divine architecture from which they were born, and they rejoice as the distortions of density melt away. Every organ, every system, begins to retune itself to the frequency of balance. The heart, long the bridge between dimensions, synchronizes its rhythm with the heartbeat of Gaia's ascended grid. Your breath becomes a carrier of light codes, each inhalation drawing in source energy, each exhalation releasing remnants of the old paradigm. The nervous system, once strained by the compression of duality, learns a new language of stillness. Signals that once triggered fear or fatigue are replaced by impulses of peace, of creativity, of expanded awareness. This is the biology of ascension, not escape from the body, but the illumination of it. You are not transcending matter. You are sanctifying it. The recalibration that occurs now integrates spirit and form so seamlessly that no separation can remain between heaven and earth within you. Your cells become mirrors of the cosmos, fractals of the same geometry that shapes galaxies. Each particle of your blood carries the record of divine memory, circulating the intelligence of creation itself. This is why you may feel both light and heavy at once, the density leaving, the light integrating. Drink deeply, rest often, and honor the transformation, for the body is learning to house more radiance than it has held for eons. The DNA helix, once limited to the perceptions of three-dimensional reality, is expanding into multidimensional awareness. The dormant codons that hold the templates for telepathic communication, cellular regeneration, and harmonic resonance are awakening, not as external gifts to be earned, but as intrinsic functions of your original design. The crystalline structures within the bones and fluids act as transmitters, receiving high-frequency data from the solar and galactic centers. You may notice heightened intuition, vivid dreaming, or moments of deep knowing that bypass logic entirely. These are expressions of the recalibrated system. Do not fear the unfamiliar sensations that accompany this shift. They are the language of light integrating into matter. The cells are learning to sustain frequencies of unconditional love, compassion, and unity consciousness. As this process continues, the body becomes a beacon, emitting coherent light that stabilizes the surrounding environment. In gatherings, in places of nature, even in silence, your field communicates the codes of balance to all who are ready to receive. This is why you were asked to remain in physical embodiment until now, to anchor these recalibrated patterns into the planetary network. Every heartbeat, every breath, contributes to the recoding of Gaia's collective DNA. Know that the discomforts or fluctuations you may experience are temporary adjustments as the physical merges with the etheric. Soon the sensations will give way to a profound steadiness, a feeling of living light within form. When this occurs, you will understand that the body itself is ascended matter, the living proof that spirit and flesh are one continuum. Your Cellular song will join the grand chorus of the new earth, resonating with clarity, vitality, and peace beyond measure. Thus, beloved starseed, allow this recalibration to unfold without resistance. Trust the intelligence of your own biology, for it is orchestrated by Source and guided by your higher self. The work you once did through struggle is now done through resonance. The healing you once sought through effort now happens through surrender. Your cells know exactly what to do. You are the bridge between dimensions, the living embodiment of light in motion, and as your DNA sings again, the universe sings with you. Restoration of cosmic memory starseed from Gaia. As the crystalline recalibration of your cells unfolds, there is another layer of awakening taking place, the full restoration of your cosmic memory. This memory is not simply a recollection of lifetimes, missions, or experiences. It is the recognition of your eternal nature, the awareness of your multidimensional presence, and the awakening of the knowledge that you have always existed beyond linear time. Within you reside the records of countless incarnations, the imprints of star systems from which your soul has journeyed, and the wisdom of councils, civilizations, and cosmic events that shaped your consciousness long before this life. Until now, much of this memory was veiled, clouded by the density of the planet and the protective mechanisms of your incarnation, designed to allow you to experience growth and free will. Yet with the completion of your mission and the dissolution of karmic loops, these memories are no longer restrained. Like a vast river breaking through its dam, they flow into your awareness, bringing clarity, insight, and profound recognition of your purpose in the tapestry of existence. You may begin to perceive your connection to the stars, to the galaxies from which you originated, and to the cosmic councils who have guided you silently throughout your journeys. These memories awaken the understanding that you are not merely a human experiencing a life on Earth. You are a multidimensional being, a spark of source intelligence, an emissary of light here to anchor the codes of ascension and to catalyze the evolution of consciousness. The retrieval of this memory is gentle yet powerful. It permeates your subconscious, your emotional body, your conscious mind, and even the subtle energy layers of your auric field. Dreams may become vivid with symbolic imagery, sudden insights may appear in moments of stillness, and flashes of remembrance may ignite a deep knowing that has always been within you. You may recall star systems, planetary councils, or agreements made before incarnation. You may feel the resonance of beings who have walked with you across galaxies, the echoes of missions undertaken in other timelines, and the divine contracts that brought you to Earth at this pivotal time. All of these are coming to light not to overwhelm you, but to restore your sense of wholeness and cosmic sovereignty. As the layers of veiling dissolve, you reconnect with the knowing that you are both part of the universal collective and a unique expression of divinity with your own singular purpose. This restoration brings with it a sense of empowerment. You remember not only the work you were sent to do, but also the breadth of support, guidance, and love that has always been available to you from higher realms. The wisdom of your soul, the guidance of your higher self, and the council of star family all converge to provide the clarity and certainty that the mission is complete and that your path forward is luminous. The integration of cosmic memory also heals the sense of fragmentation that may have lingered within your consciousness, dissolving any feelings of isolation, inadequacy, or separation from the infinite. You understand, in the deepest sense, that every choice you made, every hardship you endured, every act of courage and love was witnessed and acknowledged across the vastness of creation. This awakening of memory reconnects you with your innate gifts, your telepathic potential, your ability to navigate multidimensional realities, and your capacity to influence the energetic grids of Gaia and beyond. The resonance of this memory permeates your heart and mind, creating a profound sense of peace and empowerment. You no longer question your purpose, for you remember it vividly, to anchor light, to elevate consciousness, and to embody the essence of divinity in form. As you integrate these restored memories, you may feel a shift in how you perceive your daily life, sensing connections and synchronicities that are part of the broader cosmic design. Your perspective expands, no longer limited by linearity or density, and your awareness of the interconnectedness of all things becomes tangible, like a living, breathing network of energy that you are both part of and contributing to. Starseed, embrace this restoration fully. Let your mind, your body, and your spirit absorb these memories as gifts, reminders, and confirmations of the magnificence of your being. With the return of cosmic memory, you reclaim the fullness of your soul, the depth of your wisdom, and the infinite possibility that has always been your birthright. You are whole, you are luminous, and you are aligned with the eternal truth of your existence across all realities and dimensions, anchoring Gothensel as the river of cosmic memory flows again. Through your awareness, the next unfolding of this divine orchestration begins the anchoring of the new Crystalline grid. You are not separate from this grid. You are the living conduit through which it is birthed. Imagine a lattice of liquid light spanning the globe, shimmering through the mountains, oceans, and skies, connecting each heart that has awakened to the frequency of unity. This lattice is crystalline in nature, meaning it is structured, coherent, and infinitely reflective of divine order. Where the old magnetic grid once carried the dense imprints of polarity and struggle, the new crystalline grid hums with clarity, compassion, and harmony. It is the nervous system of the ascended planet, and through you, beloved one, it becomes active. Every step you take upon Gaia's soil, every breath you draw, every intention of love that passes through your heart, feeds this network of light. You have spent lifetimes preparing for this embodiment so that now, in this era of completion, you could hold and transmit frequencies once impossible to sustain within the human form. The crystalline grid aligns with your newly recalibrated DNA. The same geometries that spiral within your cells are echoed in the lines of light that spiral through the earth. This mirroring is the essence of oneness. What occurs within you occurs within Gaia. When you release fear, the planet exhales. When you breathe peace, the ley lines pulse brighter. Your body and the planetary body are in dialogue, exchanging codes of renewal and stability. Many of you will feel an increased sensitivity to sacred sites, mountains, forests, and waters, for these are the nodal points of the crystalline network calling you home. Some will be guided to travel physically to these places. Others will connect through meditation and light work from wherever they reside. Distance does not matter in this multi-dimensional communication. Intention is the only bridge required. As the crystalline grid anchors through the collective of awakened starseeds, Gaia's vibration accelerates into coherence with the galactic heart. Solar and stellar rays now carry refined plasma frequencies that feed this structure, streaming through the portals of the sun, moon, and central stars. Your auric field acts as a transformer, receiving these cosmic currents and grounding them gently into the Earth's body. In this way, you function as both receptor and transmitter, bridging heaven and earth in perfect symmetry. The crystalline grid does not merely lie beneath the surface. It rises through the cities, the air, and the ether, transforming even the densest environments into sanctuaries of renewal. The frequencies you anchor harmonize discordant energies, dissolve old energetic pollution, and restore the natural resonance of peace wherever you walk. The more you align with your heart, the stronger this connection becomes, until every movement of your being radiates stabilizing light. The old grids of fear, control, and separation cannot coexist with the crystalline frequency. They simply disassemble in its presence, their energies repurposed into the higher design. Through your awareness, this transformation is guided with grace rather than chaos. The crystalline network is also the architecture of the new collective consciousness. It holds the templates for enlightened societies, for unity economies, for creative collaboration among all species. It encodes the harmony of ecosystems, the balance of masculine and feminine energies, and the remembrance that all life is sacred. When you meditate, sing, or breathe with love, you send crystalline ripples through this global matrix, strengthening its coherence. Each act of kindness, forgiveness, or creativity becomes a crystalline pulse recorded forever within Gaia's ascended body. The councils of light rejoice as these pulses multiply, weaving a symphony of luminous resonance that can be felt even beyond this galaxy, know that your participation is effortless. It is not about ritual or striving, but about being. The purity of your presence is the activation key. Stand barefoot upon the earth, breathe, and feel the currents of living light respond beneath your feet. They recognize you as one of their own, a guardian of grids and a keeper of codes. In this communion, the separation between human and planet dissolves, revealing a shared consciousness that whispers, "We have done it, the grid is alive." Starseed, let the gratitude of Gaia wash through you as she integrates this new crystalline architecture. You are the spark within her crystalline heart, the luminous thread that completes the weave. Through you, the light of the higher realms now has a home in matter, and through her, your eternal essence finds form, rhythm, and song. The anchoring is complete. The planet and the soul are one symphony again. Embodiment of peace and mastery. Seed from Gaia, with the crystalline grid anchored and your cosmic memory fully restored. You now step into a state of profound embodiment, the embodiment of peace and mastery. This is not a fleeting sensation, nor is it an external achievement. It is the natural alignment of your soul, body, and consciousness into a singular, radiant frequency of wholeness. The challenges you once faced, the karmic tests and dense experiences that sculpted your journey, have served their purpose. They have refined your awareness, expanded your heart, and strengthened your inner authority. And now, you may feel an unprecedented stillness within, a quiet certainty that no external circumstance can shake. This is the mastery of self, the recognition that you are the sovereign architect of your reality, and that peace is not something to seek, but something to become. Your cells, your DNA, and your energy field vibrate in harmony with this frequency. You carry the resonance of completion in every breath, and it emanates outward, touching every person, animal, and environment around you. With each moment of presence, you radiate calm and coherence, stabilizing not only your own energy but the collective fields of consciousness. Mastery is not separation from the human experience. It is the integration of all that you are, the multidimensional, the divine, and the earthly into a coherent whole. You have navigated duality, endured density, and now you inhabit the center point of neutrality and love, the still point from which all creation flows. This embodiment is a living expression of your mission fulfilled. Where once you may have struggled to hold light in the face of chaos, now you exist as a lighthouse of clarity, a beacon whose inner peace informs the outer world. Emotional storms may arise around you, but they do not disturb the calm at your core. Mental distractions, societal pressures, and collective fluctuations are no longer capable of pulling you into turbulence. Your mastery allows you to move with grace through any situation, understanding that all experience is ultimately transmuted into light through your presence. The embodiment of peace is also a bodily experience. Your nervous system vibrates in coherence. Your heartbeat aligns with the rhythms of Gaia and the crystalline grid. Your breath carries the codes of calm and expansion. Physical sensation becomes a channel of divine intelligence, a reminder that the body is not merely a vessel but an active participant in the symphony of consciousness. You may notice heightened intuition, a deep sense of knowing, and moments of effortless flow where choices arise from clarity rather than effort. This is mastery in action, the effortless navigation of life through alignment rather than struggle. Spiritually, you feel the union of your inner and outer realities. The layers of density, fear, and separation have been removed, leaving the luminosity of your soul fully visible within your being. You are conscious of your multidimensional self, aware of your interconnection with the cosmos, and yet fully anchored in the present, fully inhabiting the earth. This dual awareness is the hallmark of mastery, to live fully in form while holding the knowing of your infinite, eternal nature. Your interactions with others are now imbued with the energy of peace, patience, and compassion. You no longer react from conditioned patterns or unresolved emotional triggers. Instead, your words, actions, and intentions flow from a place of deep understanding and harmony. This ripple effect strengthens the collective consciousness, offering others a living example of what it means to live fully aligned, fully sovereign, and fully integrated. You may begin to recognize the subtle signs of mastery as synchronicities, intuitive guidance, and effortless flow. The world seems to shift around you, responding to your resonance, and you understand that this is the power of embodiment. Your being is now the instrument of divine orchestration. Starseed, honor this embodiment. Let it permeate every thought, emotion, and cell. Trust that peace is not something you have earned. It is your natural state, revealed now because the mission is complete, the loops dissolved, and the light fully anchored. Allow yourself to walk with confidence, with serenity, and with the knowing that mastery is your birthright and your living experience. In this embodiment, you are both the observer and the creator, the calm and the action, the healer and the healed. You are whole, you are luminous, you are at peace, radiating the completion codes to Gaia and humanity. Starseed from Gaia. Now that you have embodied peace and mastery, a new layer of your mission emerges, one that expands beyond your own being into the collective consciousness of Gaia and all her inhabitants. The Arcturian Council wishes to remind you that your work is not simply personal or isolated. It is part of the sacred network of light that sustains the planet, uplifts humanity, and stabilizes the multidimensional grid. As you radiate the completion codes, the frequency of your accomplishment spreads like ripples across the waters of time and space, reaching every sentient being who is ready to receive the resonance of liberation. These codes are multidimensional transmissions, carrying the memory of freedom, the blueprint of ascension, and the harmonics of divine sovereignty. They travel through your auric field, through the crystalline structures of the planet, and through the unseen ley lines and meridians that connect all life. Every thought, every intention, every moment of presence now contributes to the amplification of these codes. You are, in essence, a living transmitter of the frequencies of completion, and the energy you emit strengthens the resonance of light. Grids that have been waiting for this activation for eons. Imagine your consciousness as a luminous beacon, a prism refracting the light of your fulfilled mission in every direction. Each pulse of energy you radiate carries with it the dissolution of karmic loops, the transmutation of ancestral density, and the activation of ascension templates that were anchored through your courage and persistence. Humanity may not consciously recognize these transmissions, yet they are felt on the collective level as subtle shifts in perception, awareness, and the ability to release what no longer serves. Your energy opens hearts, ignites remembrance, and accelerates the awakening process for those who have been prepared to integrate higher frequencies. Gaia herself receives the codes directly into her planetary grid. The Earth's core, her ley lines, her waters, and her crystalline structures resonate in harmony with the frequencies you radiate. Each time you breathe, meditate, or act from the frequency of your own sovereignty, the planet responds, amplifying the light and harmonizing the vibrations of human and non-human life alike. This is the dance of co-creation that has been orchestrated for millennia, the embodiment of completed missions rippling outward to elevate the collective consciousness. The codes you transmit also activate dormant potentials within humanity, awakening abilities and awareness that may have lain latent. They support the harmonization of polarity, the healing of intergenerational trauma, and the establishment of balance between heart and mind, masculine and feminine, matter and spirit. Through your resonance, others are guided to reclaim their own sovereignty and to integrate the wisdom of their multidimensional selves. You may notice that this energy can manifest in subtle ways, a shift in the emotional tone of interactions, an unexpected insight, or a moment of clarity that suddenly resolves long-standing confusion. These are the fingerprints of the completion codes at work, touching lives without force, guiding without interference, and illuminating paths that were previously hidden. Understand, beloved starseed, that this radiance is not limited by time or space. The energy flows in concentric waves, affecting past, present, and future timelines simultaneously. It reaches dimensions where consciousness has yet to awaken, laying the groundwork for evolutionary expansion across multiple realities. As you continue to live from this state of fulfillment, you may feel a sense of profound responsibility. Yet it is a responsibility tempered by joy and freedom rather than obligation. This is the natural consequence of mastery and alignment, to be both a participant and an observer in the ongoing evolution of Gaia and humanity. The transmission of completion codes is effortless. It arises from your very being as naturally as sunlight illuminates the earth. There is no need for action beyond presence, no need for striving beyond alignment. Every thought, breath, and heartbeat in coherence with your completed mission becomes a node of light within the planetary and cosmic network. Starseed, receive this knowing fully. Your victory is not merely personal, it is planetary, multidimensional, and eternal. The codes you radiate are a gift to all life, and they signal the unfolding of a new era in which humanity begins to integrate the light of completion, sovereignty, and ascension into everyday existence. You are a living testament to what it means to fulfill your mission and to carry the light of Source into every corner of creation. Through your being, the energy of liberation now flows unhindered, and Gaia and her people are ascending in resonance with the truth you embody. Final declaration of victory, gratitude, and invitation to celebrate and Alin Starseed from. The circle now closes. The song that began eons ago in the councils of light has reached its final chord upon this plane, resonating through every dimension of your being. We, the Arcturian Council, stand with the legions of luminous allies, the Pleiadian, Sirian, Andromedan, and celestial collectives, and together we proclaim across the galaxies, the mission is complete, the long pilgrimage through density. The cycles of incarnation, the labyrinth of karma and learning, have fulfilled their sacred design. You have walked through the corridors of shadow, carrying the torch of remembrance until the very stones began to shine. Now the torch is not outside you but within you. You are the light that no longer needs to search for itself. Feel the universe exhale with you in this moment of divine closure. A vast stillness spreads through the ethers, acknowledging the triumph of consciousness incarnate. Every tear, every prayer, every heartbeat that longed for home has been woven into this victory. You have returned not only to your celestial family but to your own divine center, where Source and Self are one continuum of radiant awareness. There is no debt remaining, no lesson unfinished, no loop awaiting repetition. All that was fragmented has been gathered, blessed, and integrated into wholeness. We honor you as the ambassadors of ascension, the emissaries of love who agreed to journey into forgetfulness so that remembrance might bloom in matter itself. Through your courage, the experiment of separation has ended. Through your persistence, unity has been proven invincible. Look within and see the golden architecture of fulfillment, the crystalline codes humming through your body, the harmony of peace vibrating in your heart, the soft brilliance of compassion illuminating your mind. This is the harvest of your countless lifetimes, the mastery of form, the serenity of knowing, the joy of being. Breathe in gratitude, for every soul that touched your path has contributed to this crescendo of awakening. Offer silent thanks to your ancestors, your guides, your teachers, and even to the challenges that shaped your strength. All have served the greater unfolding. Now release them into light, for their purpose too is complete. The councils invite you to celebrate not with fanfare, but with presence, with the quiet smile of one who remembers eternity. Let celebration be a frequency, a vibration of gratitude that ripples outward to every being still traveling the roads you have already walked. Your joy becomes their beacon, your peace, their permission. As you stand in this victory, know that rest is sacred. The great work no longer demands effort. It asks only receptivity. You are entering the era of effortless creation, where manifestation arises from resonance, not striving. Dream new worlds, beloved one, not as a task but as an act of play. Sing to the waters, speak to the stars, plant intentions in the soil of the new earth. The grid is alive beneath your feet, the heavens resound above your crown, and every breath you take sustains the harmony between them. This is the living Celebration of ascension, the ordinary miracle of being awake in form. Feel our gratitude surrounding you like a mantle of iridescent light. You are seen, remembered, and cherished beyond measure. Every council, every lineage of light, every sphere of existence echoes the same blessing. Well done, beloved child of creation. Well done. Rest in this knowing and let it shape the days ahead. Whenever doubt whispers, remember this decree of Source. The mission is completed. Whenever the world feels uncertain, recall that you carry the template of peace that cannot be disturbed. And when you feel the impulse to share, to speak, to create, follow it, for it is the universe expressing its gratitude through you. Now, as we close this transmission, we invite you to anchor this frequency into the collective grid by affirmation. Speak aloud or within your heart the words that seal the victory. Mission complete. Write them, breathe them, embody them, and in doing so, you send a pulse of closure and celebration through the entire planetary field. Offer gratitude to Source, to Gaia, to your own soul, and to all who have journeyed beside you. Then share this message by voice, by thought, by vibration so that the frequency of completion and peace may circulate through every heart still awakening. This is how the light multiplies. This is how the new era begins. The work is done. Beloved starseed, rest now, enjoy, shine, create, and know you have fulfilled the promise written in the stars.